Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Well, today we're both excited about this recipe we're going to share with you because it's one that's in our cookbook, What's for Supper, and it's called Breakfast Muffins. Now this is a recipe that it's belonged to one only...
Raymond. Yeah.
It's belonged to Raymond. So this is one that he used to put together for his boys when they were little and getting them ready for school and such. I'll let him talk a little bit about that after. So I'm going to say, if this recipe interests you and you want to know more about what these little breakfast muffins are,
stick around
and let's get started.
Way to go.
Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen. Yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here we are. We got the Mr. himself, the maker of the recipe, and I know it's all sorts of recipes out there, the same thing, but this recipe is probably, I'm going to say,
it was
30 years old,
oh,
maybe
yeah.
older, because our
Kids
boys,
were...
we're not going to give our boys ages because then we'll
No.
be giving our ages. So onward, we got 12 muffin, we got two 6-packs, but 12 pack of muffins. So just lightly spray them. I'm going to do this just so we don't get it in the face.
Yeah.
And then you can talk a little bit about what you use.
Ready for this.
Yeah.
Well, all I've ever used is just regular ham. Go to the deli and you get your ham.
Whatever cut you want to get,
Yeah.
of course. Just nice and thin. And pretty much what he's doing there is putting it down into the cup. Just snugly, of course. And then while Raymond is doing that, I got 6 eggs, 6 large eggs. I said to Raymond, did you get those eggs from the fowls today? I would love to have a few chickens.
I went out to check the barn, but guess what?
No chickens.
I realized there's no chickens and we don't have a barn.
We follow a lot of, no, we don't have a barn, we don't have chickens. We follow a lot of people that got their own chickens, and of course Julie is one that she's got beautiful chickens and she shares lots of videos of them and beautiful eggs. Just continue on doing this. And then what we'll do while Raymond is putting that together, we're going to be cracking the 6 eggs. And again, this is the picture of the finished product. Of course, they're delicious. You can have it for a breakfast, dinner, or supper.
What I like, not cutting you off.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
You wouldn't do that.
Like when I used to make those, like the boys would say to me, so Dad, what have you got in it? Like, because every Saturday could be something different. Is whatever is in the fridge.
Yeah.
You know.
So even though we got, I always got 1 egg that I crack inside the bowl.
It's the lucky one.
Even though we got specific ingredients in the cookbook, which of course works and is delicious, you can put what you like in it, of course. We're just using tomato, bacon, we're using our basic seasonings, which is salt, pepper, onion powder. That's my 3 favorite. And
we got some tomato.
We got tomato. I got down cut up a full tomato, but we're using just small baby tomatoes today, or the small ones. We're using savory, but of course what I used to use years ago, because we never had access to savory, was Italian seasonings. So you could use that as well. I'm going to go wash up, Raymond's going to go wash up, and then we'll get back to stirring our eggs and getting this done.
2 thumbs up. Okay, Bonita, while I'm scrambling up, mixing up the eggs, and getting ready to have in a little dash of pepper, Slowly but surely.
We're using black pepper.
Black pepper, yeah.
And but you could use black or white pepper. And there's a pinch
Yeah.
anywhere between a quarter of a teaspoonful to a half.
Yeah. And I've got this one. What we call that one
That
again?
one is onion powder, Mr.
Onion powder.
As he asking me about his own recipe. Yeah, because Raymond is a natural when it comes to cooking.
Yeah.
He might say to me, you got onion powder in it, but it could be garlic powder.
Yeah.
So we cannot trust to the
No.
seasoning part. It could be anything. And plus we're putting in there, Raymond, a pinch of sea
soy
salt.
salt, yeah.
Just a little bit moist.
Yeah.
And now
I'm
we
going to.
will add that there, and then
Yeah.
we'll add in some more ingredients.
And
Do you think you should get back?
I'm going to get back at the other side of the camera and let you get back to work, but I'll join you again in a few minutes if
And
that sounds good.
Yeah, and that apron looks good on you as well.
I'll
I must
tell you.
say, nice job, Dave Stephen. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, good stuff.
good stuff is right.
Now we're making 12 muffins here today, but you can make these and keep them in your fridge for a few days and have them every morning or whenever you want them. This is about a quarter cup to a half a cup of cream, and you mix that in. Raymond took a break there now.
Yeah,
I got a quarter cup of bacon bits, or I'm going to say in my cutting, bacon chunks.
Yeah.
And a full tomato, or you can do 12 or more of the baby tomatoes. Now again,
Yeah.
the recipe just calls for what we just added in there, but if you want to put some green pepper, you want to put some green onion,
I used to always say fill your boots.
yeah, fill your boots, as Raymond would say.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can add in a little bit more. Now, we also add in there Italian seasoning, but right now today I'm using savory. And I'm going to put a little pinch of that over the top. I'm not going to add it in with it right now.
Yeah, kicks it up a notch.
Kicks it up a notch. And all you got to do is take yourself a scoop and then scoop this in the middle of in with the ham in the middle there, and try to get equal amounts of everything, of course. And that's it. That's all you got to do there.
Yep. Looking good already.
I know, right? Now, of course, there's no fancy way of filling these. Just scoop equal amounts into each cup. As well, like you said, Raymond would say, fill your boots on
Yeah,
what you like to
and
add.
what I use, like same thing Bonnie did, like when I would make these when the boys were growing up, and I still enjoy doing them,
Oh my gosh, we have often.
is if you don't have bacon, you can use sausage, you can use whatever you got.
Well, you could make these, like you said, definitely art friendly as well. You could use some bran butts to
Yeah.
replace your bacon.
Yeah.
And you could, like you said, pretty much here we're using like the tomato, and we're going to be topping these with shredded cheese.
Yeah.
But before, I just want to do a little pinch of that savory on each one. Again, savory is kind of what we grew up with as kids, but when we lived away in the Northwest Territories, we never always had access to savory back in the day. So we used whatever we got, and mostly we had was like Italian spices for pizzas and such, right? So, but right now, savory is pretty much all we use when it comes to spices. And then this is just a shredded cheese, different types. You use the one that you like, and just that's about a cup that I got there, and you just put a pinch into each one.
Yeah. And like you were saying there then, like, you know, you could make a good, healthy muffin.
Oh, you could, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Substitute what needs to be done. You can also get the eggs. That's that is for vegetarians. And there's all sorts of things you can do. But right now, this is the way that Raymond would make them.
The good old days.
Yeah, you would make them, and we still enjoy them.
Yeah.
That's all we would do there.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much that's all we would do to make these. Again, we're all open to if you need to change the ingredients, of course. This one is featured in our new cookbook, What's for Supper, and we'll share those links with you, and that's through Boulder Books is our publisher, and they are they can't keep them on the shelves. I'm happy for that. And I'm so excited that all of you guys are getting your copy of the book. We're going to put these in the oven on a 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes or so, or toothpick clean. And then pull them out. When I pull them out, I'll show you. We usually let them sit for 5-10 minutes so we don't burn our mouths right off, because Raymond is bad for just taking it and just burning the roof of his mouth. I'll show you that.
Telling secrets. You know
Always
that.
secrets. I'm going to show you that when I pull them out of the oven. Well, I'm going to say Raymond's breakfast muffins
Thank you.
are baked. I am going to pull them out there now, and
They're
I'm going to
looking
give
good
them a
already.
little check. But oh my gosh, they look and smell delicious. Now let's bring them to our counter. Gosh, I can't wait for you folks to make these. So 350 degrees Fahrenheit and toothpick clean. That's just a piece of the egg, but toothpick clean. So what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for these to rest, can you believe I'm saying rest, Raymond? For a few minutes, and I'm hoping Raymond's not going to touch them. I'm going to read a quick passage from our new cookbook, and just to tell you a little tiny bit more about it and this recipe. Now normally I would do this at a book signing and talk a little bit more about our cookbook, but because this recipe has got such it means something to our family. Raymond wrote this one just by making it for our kids when they were young. So this is the page. It's on 145, and of course the recipe is there, and it do tell you it's Raymond's recipe.
I remember, because usually Saturdays was the little muffins, breakfast muffins. That was because they had a good week in school and paid attention and learned what the teacher was teaching them. And
So again, like I said, we don't want to keep you too long. Flicking through our cookbook, 183 pages of delicious, affordable recipes, of course. And we dedicated the cookbook to my mom, and she spent a lot of time with us while we were living in Newfoundland, and bless her soul, we just love her dearly, and we're so glad that we got to spend that time with her. So pretty much myself standing by my mom's wood stove, and I'll just read a small passage. Why did I call our third cookbook What's for Supper? Growing up in the mid-1960s in Newfoundland and Labrador, life was very different from what it is today. There was no iPhones, computers, or electronic games to play. We spent our days outside playing in the garden and sneaking down to the ocean exploring the flat rocks. Sometimes we'd venture up into the hills, searching for caves and such. We also, when we were out playing, we used to pretend that we were grocery. We owned a grocery store and were selling things. Our family's home was on the ocean edge, and while my parents didn't allow us to go near the water unless they were with us, we often snuck down anyway, trying not to get caught. So that's a little spoiler.
That was the good old days.
And a little taste of home. Boulder Books, is the publisher of our third cookbook and second cookbook, A Little Taste of Home, and you can get that through them, and we will also share a link. So now that our breakfast muffins are cooled down a little bit, let's get back.
My belly is saying, dun 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 dun.
Let's get back and have a taste. Now, Raymond, just look of your breakfast muffins, and you know, we can't promote these enough. To us, they're affordable because you make them affordable. You make it with what you got. If you don't have ham, you could use, you know, whatever layer bottom you want, like chicken or turkey, whatever is affordable when it comes to meats. I'm just going to get this one closer to me and put this one in my plate so I can have a taste. But pretty much this is it. Serve them hot, but don't burn your mouth. And serve them with other things like toast and some fresh fruit and vegetables. Now I'm going to have a little taste. Yum! Of course, you know, this is always one of my favorite parts. Having a little sample. And making it is always my favorite. I guess all of it's my favorite. But this is it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Drop the plate, delicious. This one, I must have chock full of bacon. Yum. 2 thumbs up, Raymond. Man, like it's just fitting for a lunch. Sending them to school with your kids in their lunchbox. You can eat these cold. You don't need to have them at room temperature with ice pack, I guess, for your kids. They can rewarm them in a microwave if they want it. You can keep them in your fridge in a, I always say a locked container. That's to keep it from Raymond with a big boat.
They don't last too long if you're in sight.
No, if you're in sight, you'll keep eating them all day long.
Yeah.
But have them for your breakfast for a week for sure. Keep them in your fridge. 2 thumbs up. I can't wait for you to make them. So again, I can't promote this recipe enough. Knowing that it's yours truly, Raymond's recipe, and it's in our third cookbook. I'm going to give him applause. The kids love it. I know they make it for their kids as well, and that's what makes it special, having family recipes. I can't urge you enough. If you got family recipes, family time, and passing it on from generation to generation is certainly what memories is made of. And food brings in a lot of memories of loved ones and our loved ones that's passed. So right now, I'm going to do a big shout out to our paid members. I'm going to thank each and every one of you for supporting Bonita's Kitchen and being a part of our family. We're going to do a big shout out as well to all of our subscribers. Bless your heart for sticking with us and enjoying our recipes as well. We have got over 500 plus recipes in this last 11 years, and we're going towards 100,000 subscribers. We're 94 plus subscribers right now. That's crazy. We didn't even start this for that reason, and our book will certainly tell you that. And we're going to welcome all of our new subscribers. Thank you for joining Bonita's Kitchen today, and we so appreciate it. So of course, I say every week, we don't want to take any more of your time. We surely know it's precious. We'll leave a link to our new cookbook, and of course the other cookbooks is there with it. We'll leave a link as well to Wall North Gear for our custom made aprons. Of course, Raymond swaked that one really good today. It was nice. And of course, this recipe amongst others. The recipe will be posted below this video and as well in our new cookbook. So on behalf of myself,
and me of course,
Raymond and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, thank you once again for joining us.
And you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to make a breakfast muffin. Toodaloo.
us by the sea. Our journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen. Bonita's kitchen.